This forum does not reflect the official opinion of the Corn Mafia Guild. Rather, it serves as a platform for members and guests to express their individual perspectives and opinions. We hope to create an environment where a variety of topics and conversations can take place, ultimately enriching the experience of our members and guests. We value and respect diverse opinions, and we encourage all to engage in respectful discourse.
Welcome, everyone. How are you guys doing today? How are you, Fryler?
I'm doing good, Stein. How are you today?
I'm doing good. We're waiting for a few people to roll in before we jump in. I think we got some people that are going to come in and talk today. Today's guild Twitter space is going to be about other guilds joining together and doing gaming and activities like a cross-guild platform, so we can boost morale for all guilds. Who do we got up today, Fryler?
We've got Moody coming up, of course. I expected that as one of our good friends from the Knights Guild. Yeah. I like today's topic, too. I know we've spoken before in the past about the importance of the guild collaborations and a lot of the benefits that can be achieved, but we didn't talk a lot about how we can start doing it now. I know that we have that guild alliance, but I'm not involved with that. So I'm excited to, do more community events with each other. It was really great. Previously, we just had that Cornucopias game night, which I see a lot of the contestants here right now, but there was I think about 60 of us or something that attended and played from across the different guilds. So it was a lot of fun.
Guys, right?
And of course,
that was a Fall Guys?
Yeah, it was a Fall Guys tournament.
Yeah, that was
and they
was
had
fun.
prizes for... Yeah, they had NFT prizes, so of course there was an edge of competition, but it was a lot of fun. Everyone was in the Discord voice chat and just having a great time. So looking forward to more events like that. Moody, what's up this morning, man? How you doing?
Hey, Moody. How are you today, man?
Good. Hey, good afternoon, all. I'm just finishing up at work, and I'm kind of just joining and shutting down work. Hey, this is a great convo, and thanks as always for inviting the Knights Guild. I think it's absolutely great, and we have done some really good stuff totally off our own back with respect to Fall Guys and poker, and it will grow. I think there's a lot of I actually genuinely believe there's a lot of friendships being forged, not just in the guilds but across the guilds. I know Stein and I are often chatting in DMs just about good random stuff. But my only ask is we've got to make sure that because we've got some early guilds now, and it's great to see more guilds join, and we are forging these friendships and these kind of gaming events. We all want lots of guilds in Cornucopias, and I just think we've got to always keep our eye on new guilds forming, so they don't feel a little bit like they've got imposter syndrome and stuff like that. So I think it's great, but I think we need to put a real additional level of effort that we don't demonstrate that we're all friendly, pally. Well, obviously we demonstrate that, but it doesn't come across to new guilds starting that there's a bit of a barrier to that kind of friendship. So I think it's great, and I think if it was rotating around guilds to host an event, it would be a really good almost like introduction to Cornucopias if a new guild hosted an event and then we all went to meet them. I think there's so much here, and I don't really think it's important what game we play. I think it's just about creating that environment where we've all got common goals and we've all got our own way to do it. We're all in our own guilds, so I think it's a great initiative.
Yeah, I think I think so too. Oh, go ahead, Fryler.
Oh, I was going to say, I would love to see the other guilds more. I know it ends up being a lot the Corn Mafia and the Knights Guild that are vocal in these spaces, at least, and a lot in the Cornucopias chat and stuff, too. So I would love to see. I know there's Salty Seagulls. There's quite a few other ones. So it'd be great to see, maybe we could reach out with our poker tournament specifically, like Moody said, take that initiative to try to bring people in, because I think he's right. You don't necessarily try to put off that vibe, but sometimes when you already have an established alliance and these big guilds, it might seem like it's not exactly accessible to the smaller guys. So Good point, Moody.
I think so, and the thing about the guild alliance, we can't really talk about it too much here because, I'm not in it and there's only a few people in it, from each guild. So it's very just bureaucracy. There we go. Bureaucratic. There we go. So it has nothing really to do with what we're talking about today. So I wanted to get that out of the way. But I wanted to come up with maybe we could work together on schedules of different games, and because I know, like, I wouldn't be able to play like all games because I don't really game. I can play the poker because I do it on my browser because I'm using a Mac, but like Fall Guys I can't play. So it'd be really cool if we could come up with schedules with different guilds so we could actually do different events maybe once or twice a week, in different time zones for different people in different countries. Because
what we should ask the Cornucopia server if we could almost, in the guild, we've got guild recruit and guild chat. Maybe we could, I know we've just implemented a calendar in our Discord, but maybe just by having a calendar where we can get a almost like formal schedule of what's coming up. I think that'd be really useful, and we can demonstrate who's hosting it and what kind of game it is. So I think a calendar would be a really good function. And
that's a great idea, and I like the idea of asking Cornucopias to host it, because then it's like in a common ground. You don't have to belong to any certain guild to participate in all these guild events.
Well, I'm not. Well, if you're doing a guild event, it's pretty hard. The thing about guild events, there's two different ways. You can have a guild event to like you want to get people in to join your guild, so you have them sign up for your server and come in and do all the rigmarole. But if we just want to have a global event, I'm sure they won't mind us becoming friends and doing things over there and having a event. A gaming event channel, just like Moody was saying, for guilds. Like, this is what's going on this week. You're invited to play. Just click here to sign up or whatever, and then we can talk over in Cornucopias.
I think also what adds. I mean, I think human nature. There's a level of competition, but if it's friendly competition, it's really good. And if there was almost like, I don't want to say league table because that's not what I mean. Just some kind of record of who's performed well. It doesn't need to be the winner. It can be the most impressive or something. So then next to the guild calendar, there is almost like a tally of what's gone on and recognition of individuals who have like put on a great event or done a great hand in a poker competition, or somebody who got knocked out, just almost like an honours board, because then it gives people something to like go like target for a little bit of competition. But it can't be competition because, like you say, I don't know the number distributions across the guilds, and we've got some quite early guilds who probably haven't got that many people, so I don't think it would need to be the winner, but it would be great to have some kind of like internal competition with a bit of fun on it as well. I think that'll generate a lot more cross guild conversation.
Yeah, I think so too. I had heard something. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm going to anyways. Whatever we're talking, but we were talking about, everybody, we're trying to get into doing poker and poker tournaments, and then I was talking with somebody, and it was like, well, maybe we can do a guild against guild poker tournament, which would be cool. But if we do that'd be very interesting too. If we could, do something like that with people signing up from all guilds. And I think poker is a really good thing because it's very easy to learn, not master, but it's really easy to learn, and it's low impact on your computer. Like, if you don't have a very powerful computer or something like that, you can still play it because it's, you can play it on your iPad or whatever. You don't have to have a graphics card to play it. And
I do see a small problem with poker, because anybody who's played a level of poker seriously there'll always be the same people in the top kind of like last table, and I don't think that's the most inclusive game we can play. I mean, I think we should have multiple games, but I do definitely think there should be somewhere where luck and chance has a probability, because there's nothing better than someone just lucking it all the way through and winning something, and everyone just rolling around on the floor because someone's just rolled 3 double sixes in a row or something. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think, yeah, well, that's why we're here today, to discuss what other kind of games we could get and, take some notes. This is obviously being recorded. So I don't, geez, I didn't do it. Did I hit the record button on this thing? Is it being recorded? I don't know if it is. Well, I'm recording it over here. So it'll be out on, the Corn Mafia Guild YouTube channel, the audio version of this, probably tomorrow. But
we'll just reenact the beginning part with Moody again. I think I could do his accent.
Good luck. But yeah, I think that's going to be great. Anybody else have any ideas? Anybody else down there want to raise their hand and come up and talk?
Do you know what? I've just seen Recon down in the chat, in the space. Recon is great at great ideas for gaming. I mean, obviously Recon, and a few of us have started another guild, but Recon has got a lot of experience and energy in the gaming space. So it'd be lovely to hear from our good old friend Recon.
Would he like to come up? Is he available?
Put him on the spot, man. Shine a spotlight on him.
Well, shine a spotlight on him. If he doesn't raise his hand, I don't want to.
He might hate me now for even suggesting that. Sorry, Recon. I don't want to put you in a bad space, but I know how much you love the gaming space, and it'd be great to hear from you.
Yeah.
He's probably like frying eggs or changing a baby diaper right now, just like caught up, cannot.
Nice. I hope, he's not doing it at the same time, though. Frying eggs and changing a baby diaper.
If you keep them far enough from the stove, it's safe. Please do not cook and change your babies, people. Yeah. But no, while we're waiting on him, I would love to see. We did a couple of, or Cornucopias did a couple of Call of Duty game nights. I would like to do some of those again. I like shooter games, so we're gonna have racing soon too. So we should probably start practice racing. I know Eric was practicing racing recently while we're throwing the spotlight on people. So, Mario Kart's got new maps coming out too, for those of you who don't know, if you guys like Mario Kart. So, maybe a Mario Kart night would be fun. Who's got Mario Kart around here?
Anybody raise their hand? Mario Kart?
Eric's got it. 100. Yeah, throw up a hand. I guess we'll have to get a room later where everyone can talk and throw in some more suggestions, because I'm sure there's a barrier here with people not wanting to come up and speak, but I'm sure they all got their own favorite games.
Well,
it'd be good to have a building kind of like that. So there's some great games out there where you can build in either peaceful mode or kind of like collaborative mode, but it'd be great if we were all in the same space in a game, an established game, and we had a competition of who could build the biggest tower. I mean, that would encourage teamwork. It would get us used to building games and building together, because there is obviously that build element in Cornucopias. But a game I'm playing at the moment is called Sons of the Forest.
Yeah.
It's a sequel to The Forest, and it is such a good building game, and you're constantly getting attacked by cannibals and stuff like that. And you can do a co-op. So almost like having a guild competition with 3 or 4 different guilds trying to build like the Eiffel Tower, getting attacked by cannibals, attacking each other. I just think that would be quite funny.
That sounds fun.
That might be a really good idea I've never even played like a building game, so I might get some good takeaways from practicing a game like that.
What was that other game? Among Us or something like that. The little, the people, those little characters that walk around in a dark map with like a flashlight. What was that called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it Dungeon? Oh, Darkest Dungeon.
No.
Is it on Steam?
I think it's a web browser game. Like you have to figure out who killed somebody or who's killing the people. It's like one person has to be like the villain and he goes around and kills people or kills a character.
Oh, it's Clue.
No, it's not Clue. It's like Clue. It's very much like Clue. Boy, if anybody has me on their DMs, go ahead and DM me the answer.
Save him.
I think it's called is it called? Let me look it up here. I think it's called. Is it called Among Us? So yes, it's called Among Us. And it's on, yeah, you can get it on Google Play. Play Among Us free. Yeah, you can. Apple has an app, so I'm sure it's multi. Yeah, right there, Among Us. I can play it on my phone or whatever, or on my PC or my Mac.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, a game of teamwork and betrayal in space. Play online 4 to 15 characters, 4 to 15 players, as you attempt to prep your spaceship for departure. But beware, as one or more random players among the crew are imposters bent on killing everyone. That sounds great. And they got these cute little characters. You know,
I'm just looking at it. It looks. They look a little bit like the Fall Guy guys, don't they?
Yeah, they do, right?
That sounds interesting.
I think Scruffy had brought that up before, but he's not on here today for some reason. I mean, maybe he's taking a nap. He's getting old.
That's kind of like Fall Guys, actually, because you'll be in a room with 30 people, and unbeknownst to you, Kef is out there trying to butt hug everyone.
This looks great fun. I've just got it open now. Oh, brilliant! Good suggestion. We could also, so there's also things like I know we do a lot of racing games in the Knights Guild. We have a racing kind of like league, and we do some racing on the game. I've not done that yet, but there are also game platforms out there where everyone can do like a number of laps and they can post their time, and then obviously individuals can have that and that can be running for as long as we want, really. And people just drop in, do a few laps, and register a time. A bit like in Top Gear when Stig does his couple of laps. But there's loads of good stuff out there.
Yeah, breaking up a little bit, Moody, or either that or it's on my end. But yeah, we got most of that. We got most of that.
I caught Moody. I think we were having interference on your end, possibly, Stein.
Oh, was that it? Yeah, it could have been.
But yeah, that'd be great. That way you're not held to any one time and place, and you can still participate.
And we could change like the track, or we could put things on the cars and reset it every month. And then individually, guild members can go and just land their best time. And you know, just having things like that running in the background. But the problem you've got, these things do have a huge interest at the beginning, and then they fade off. And that's why I think a calendar and a look ahead would keep it quite a little bit of like spontaneousness in there, where there's an event in 2 weeks and it's a new game. So I think it'll take a level of administration and a couple of people from each of the guilds just almost like grouping together and almost like owning it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, look at what happened when we did the Fall Guys tournament before. There was quite a bit of work that the mods and stuff had to put in on the back end, you know, of keeping track of all the different scores so that they could actually award people NFTs in the end that won. So if we actually want to have like some sort of honors board or something like that, it's definitely going to take some contribution by the community.
Absolutely. Do you, yeah, I don't, because I wouldn't want to have cornucopias have to use any of their resources or the people's to
I wouldn't ask them that, but it might be possible. I don't know, to ask for just a room like Moody said, and then we, you know.
Yeah,
just get a couple of members from each guild, and they can almost create a steering group or a working group or whatever, and they can just own it. You know, there's always going to be, and we can rotate those people out if they're getting a bit of burnout. But yeah, I mean, just by having that space where we can.
I think whoever comes up with the game, they've probably already played the game a little bit, or so whoever would come up with the game would be in charge of starting the game and keeping track of it and doing the back end, like the poker when we were doing the poker over at the Mafia at the Knights. Who was it? Ruin that started that.
I was just about to say it. Rune. She's in the space anyway. That Rune spent an incredible amount of time and effort in setting up those poker tournaments. So we do need to be mindful of the frequency that we're doing it. But you're right. If we are rotating it, we can obviously reduce the frequency because it's not all landed on one person. So yeah, but that poker took a lot of effort from Rune. She had to do a few trial runs and stuff like that. So obviously, like everything, they get quicker and easier as you evolve. But we need to be conscious of the level of effort some of these things take.
Yeah, we're gonna do a trial run too on one of the poker software sites, free tournament sites. But I was a poker dealer. I've played poker. I know the friend of mine who passed away. He wrote the book on tournament poker, for the casinos. So I have those books. So it's pretty easy for me to set up a poker tournament. Scruffy and I think spent like 10, 15 minutes setting one up. So,
so don't bet against Stein, huh? Jeez.
Well, there's always luck involved. So, but
we know who's doing the first rotation, then, don't we, Stein? Eh?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do the test run. Scruff and I set it up, but I set it up under my name, so I'll be running the who's invited and get people in there. And we got a different blind structure with antes and stuff on the final table and things like that at different levels to move the game along faster as they would in a real poker tournament. So since I've played thousands of them, online poker tournaments, it gets pretty easy to figure them out. Does Rune want to come up? Does she want to speak? Is Rune's a female, right? I got that correct.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the time is where Rune is. It might be either very late or very early.
I was getting two people mixed up, but yeah, yeah, Rune. Yes, okay, I got Rune. Yeah, right there.
What's up, kids? Hey, sorry I'm a little bit late.
Who's that?
Could you guys give me? Yeah, I know. I was running behind because I had to be on a call with KB, but. Yeah, I'd love a quick little recap of anything I might have missed in the first 20 minutes. Like, if you guys don't mind, yeah, I know, just short, sweet.
All right, talking about just getting people together from all guilds and having fun game nights and figuring out new games, playing poker, maybe playing Among Us. Playing Call of Duty, just different stuff. Maybe setting up a channel on Chronocopius if they let us to set up calendars and run events so we don't get them mixed up. So there's two events going at the same time. Which is
beautiful. Love it.
We're just trying to get people involved from other guilds so we get to know the other guilds and we can have fun and enjoy each other's company because, if you're stuck in a guild, it's pretty good, but it's also nice to meet new people and, have bonded friendships and stuff across different guilds. That's what's going on. And we were just talking about poker and how it only took us 15 minutes to set up a tournament. So,
Me and Stein also have a bet going that if I win the poker tournament, I have to grow a ponytail, or if Stein wins, I have to grow a ponytail. But if I win, he has to cut his.
I don't have a ponytail, man. I have long hair. There's a difference. What? I have a long hair.
I love that. I will be very interested to watch y'all's placement. But what happens if both of you guys come in like second and third to me? I'm just kidding.
Stein called that.
I'm not cutting my hair, man. I have no reason to cut it anymore. I'm a hippie. I'm a bum.
How about if I win, then you guys both have to shave your heads completely?
No, that's not good.
I'll do that.
No, I'm not good, and I'm not doing that. That's not a fair bet.
Then I'll look like my idol 7.
7?
Boom!
Oh no, you can't look like 7. 7's got his own unique sparkle.
Well, I'll be imitating him. I'll be like the Vanilla Ice of 7.
Oh no, don't say that. Vanilla ice, baby. Oh, Jesus, man. Eric's up. Go ahead, Eric. Why don't you speak a little bit, man, and we'll have Scruff come in after you.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry, I was leaving, at work listening to you guys, but I'm at lunch now. I heard you guys mention racing, like Mario Kart. Don't judge me. I love Mario Kart.
Yeah, I do too.
So, and Stein, you would need to do a poker class for me because I never played and I don't know how to play. So that leaves me out.
I only
poker,
teach people poker if it's for real money.
Oh God!
Hey, Eric,
Scruffy will teach
it's a
you.
game that takes a minute. It takes a minute to learn and a lifetime to master.
Yeah, that's it, man. You get 2 cards. There's 5 on the board. You try to make your best 5-card hand. That's all it is.
Oh, well, so you just drawing cards or something?
No,
like that?
there's 5 cards on the flop. You got a flop with 3 cards, a turn, and a river. So there's 5 cards on the table and for everybody to use, and you have 2 in your hand that you can use, and nobody else knows what you have. And there's 3 betting rounds. There's 3 betting rounds. You get pre-flop, flop, turn, and river. 4 betting rounds. So I can send you a video. I'll send you a video on it. And there's plenty of them out there.
I need all that because I don't
I'll
want
host
to be the
a
weakest
Uno
link.
night for us.
Yes, thank you.
Is there online
You card
Uno?
sharks can go play
Is there
poker.
online Uno?
If we FaceTime each other, yeah.
Well, how are you going to play?
I don't know. There might be. There
Uno
probably is. It's the most popular
online.
game in the world.
Yeah.
Probably.
I used to love
It might
playing.
be.
Play Uno online at Crazy Games right here. Play now.
See, I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, real
do
quick,
it.
I just want to talk about a wall that I've run into trying to do game night, and that is trying to make sure the games are on a platform that everybody can play and
Oh yeah.
aren't ridiculously expensive. I mean, I have looked to try and find games that are cross-platform. That people on consoles can play, computers can play, Macs can play. It's extremely difficult to find ones that work for everything, and usually those require money. Yes, there's some kind of chintzy little, browser-based games, and there are some sites out there that have emulators and things like that. But it's certainly something to be mindful of. As far as games, I think you guys pointing out, is there a browser version of all these games is a great thing because everything has a browser nowadays. So just something that folks have to be aware of. I'll shut up now because I see Moody's got his hand up.
Well, before Moody goes, that's why we were talking about Among Us. I think you had brought that up to me before, and we were talking about that.
I did, and actually, guess what? I did a test run with Among Us because it says it's multi-platform and that you can play, and we could not get it to work. We tried it on a computer and mobile. We tried it on a computer and another computer. We tried it on several different platforms, and it's supposed to work that way. But when I sent invite codes, other people couldn't see it, or they couldn't, they'd try to type it in, even with me just telling them. And then it would say, this server is not online or something weird. It was, that's why I haven't already done Among Us, but it's tricky.
Well, we'll have to find out, because I know the poker one is really set up. Anything that has to do with gambling's are usually set up pretty easy to use.
So I think I think we're maybe thinking about this a little bit too much, and I get the whole point about platforms and stuff like that. But if we've got quite a good look ahead of events, people don't need to play every game, and so we don't need to restrict ourselves to be absolutely accessible to everyone. As long as we cover the bases in a rotation, then I think that's fine. And I think let's not limit ourselves with platform. Obviously, keep that in mind. But what I was going to say is, and what I would really love to do, there's other projects out there which are building games. They've got like alpha versions. You've got Flufftopia, which will be releasing something soon. You've got Carder Station, which is a great space in Cardano. Well, I mean, we could talk to those projects. I mean, Carder Station, I'm talking to them at the moment about doing a scavenger hunt on the moon, so it would be really good to involve other blockchain projects, especially at the moment, because a lot of projects are really suffering at the moment. And if they've got like 40 or 50 people from 3 different guilds or 4 different guilds in Cornucopias running around Carder Station all on one Discord channel, that would make them feel, and that would make their project, they'd be like, brilliant, this is great. And also we're doing our bit for the blockchain. So I'd love to reach out to other projects and see if they would host an event for us, because they would love that.
Yeah, that might bring new blood in too. A great point, Moody. I just saw that Planet Pals, I forgot what their game release is that they just named, but they're releasing that, and I'd never even looked into it before, but because they have a collaboration with Yummy Universe, if you own a Naru, you get access to the beta. So now I'm going to go and check them out because I get access just because. So who knows, it might pull me into their ecosystem. So yeah.
Yeah, and it could, people want people to go and test it. So we could just be like guinea pigs for games. All right, chuck in 60 of us at the same time, just put a little something somewhere that people have to find or people have to defend or something like that. And then it's given them a bit of a test bed. It's given us a bit of a collaboration, a bit of fun, and it's helping the ecosystem. And, we might introduce good projects to the people at our guilds, but also people in the projects we're working in, they might come and join our guilds as well. So it's all beneficial to utilize the existing projects and new projects.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think the thing about, if we do a lot of gaming together, then we might come up with ideas for, not, I wouldn't say, stealing somebody's idea for a game, but we might come up with ideas that for personal domes or guild domes or something like that may be fun in the future, But that's not what the Twitter Space is about today. It's about just boosting morale, because God, it's such a horrible times. I
think we're about to get a hot shot of hopium too when we get that racing league drop from Cornucopias. I'm super excited for that. Yeah. I know obviously at first it's going to be an MVP and we might not all be racing against each other, but they're starting internal testing within the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Maybe another month?
No, they're I don't mean to contradict you, but they've stated they're already doing internal testing.
Am I misquoting the last Hopi Cafe? My bad.
Yeah, that's okay. And even on the recent dev update that came out, it says on there that they are doing internal testing on AWS right now, multiplayer across
man, tell me you haven't seen Scruffy's latest video without telling me. I've been busy. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to make it over to it.
Oh, no worries, man. Honestly, look, I get it. IRL things come up, and I never take offense to anything like that. I just put it out there so people can know kind of some of the things I'm seeing and some of the thoughts I'm having, and they can make their own decisions based on it, But I agree 1,000% with you on the fact that we are going to be getting an infusion of excitement with this game coming out. In fact, I've even toyed around with the idea, and I'd love to gauge the audience's response, of getting kind of a jump start on all this. I was thinking about hosting an upcoming game night at some point. I found a game called Red Out, and to me, it most closely mimics what we played at CNFTCon last year, which was the initial kind of version of the racing game. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same, obviously, but it looks awfully similar, and it has multiplayer, and it is on the PC. I think it also may be on consoles. But I wanted to know what people thought, and would they be interested in kind of getting a jump start on, getting a little bit of how the game might feel, and just kind of start sharpening our skills, and things like that when it comes to the racing. Would you guys be interested in that, or would you guys prefer to just wait till the racing comes out?
No, I'm down. I definitely had the same thought too. I would love to either join in or get a game night going. Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Dude, we've been talking about something to collab on for a while. Maybe that's it.
I didn't want to step on your toes because it sounded like you had already had an idea, but that when we spoke about that collab, that was the first thing that came to my mind, and I just hadn't made the suggestion yet.
Well, I think whatever we do,
I'm in, baby.
Whatever we do for game nights, there has to be at least one person from whatever guild streaming the game. So those who cannot participate can watch, because I had a ball watching the poker, the game that you won. I had a ball watching that. Was it the one you won? I don't know. I had a ball watching.
No, you watched the one where I came in fifth.
Fifth. Okay. Well, that was a good one. I really enjoyed watching Seven play Call of Duty, and that was fun. And obviously, the Fall Guys, that was a blast. Just watching those idiot Tic Tacs running around with their stupid clothing. That was brilliant.
That was one of the most fun I've had in a game in a long time too.
Just watching,
just having everybody there, it was crazy.
Just watching it, either streaming or, if the game is not hosted on. I don't remember how we watched it. Yeah, it was you. You were streaming it, right, Scruff? Was it you that was?
Scruffy.
Yeah, Scruff was streaming it.
I was, absolutely.
So yeah, I think if we're gonna play games, and it'd be good for content too, but it's always fun to watch the games even if you can't participate, because then you can root for your friend or your guild or something like that, because then you can be in the Discord with the people,
And that's actually a good point, and that piggybacks on what Moody was saying is, we don't necessarily have to have everybody be able to play every single one. Some they'll be able to play in, and some they can go online and watch. So yeah, I think that's a great point. Also, I wanted to point out, I think Ninja has his is requesting to be a speaker, if you guys would allow it.
I tried to add him up. It was loading for a minute, and now I don't see him. Oh, here he is, but I'll try to bring him up.
No worries.
We'll see. Invitation sent. If you're not getting it, Pinball, I apologize. I don't know what's going on.
Well, anywho, so yeah, I think
if you can try to request again, maybe, because
I don't even see him. Oh,
he got pushed down. He's near the bottom.
There. Okay, I see him now. Can you pop back in or out? All right. Well, continue.
Yeah, I think his app's having issues or something, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue the conversation. Eric, what about you? Anything else? Eric Taylor.
No.
His boss is Brown.
That's it.
No, I'm chewing. I'm sorry.
I was like, he's back to work already.
No, but I really want to participate in poker, but I don't want to be the weakest link.
Well, but it's fun.
Make anybody lose.
You can't make anybody lose. You can only make yourself lose. That's all. I mean, you can knock somebody out, but that's luck. That's poker, man. It don't matter how much skill you got. You could a lucky player can knock out one of the best players in the world. So.
Yeah, think of the nights. We've hosted 3 poker competitions, and a knight has never won it. We've either had the Cornucopias team or Mafia Guild win it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, that's
I wouldn't,
because
I wouldn't be too worried. I wouldn't be too worried about winning it. But it is a great laugh, especially in the Discord when you see some people like Scruffy just fleecing people like me.
well, we are the mafia, so we sit around and talk about gambling, smoke big cigars, and drink brandy. I don't know.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah. So.
I do think because there is, especially recently, we've got some great legacy YouTube influencers, and we've now got a few more coming on the scene, which is great. And I think these things being streamed, or at least highlight videos being made, will really spread a good word about Cornucopias as well. So there's a lot of content to come from this. One, to show the friendliness of the communities and the guilds, and I think it could be a bit of almost like an indirect marketing position for Cornucopias as well.
You're always thinking,
Definitely.
You're always thinking, Moody. Get that in there, man. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Let's see if we can connect Pinball this time.
Get him up here. What's he doing?
It says it's connecting. We'll see.
Is it connecting? Connecting. Well, we'll wait for him to pop up. We'll see when he pops up.
Twitter doesn't want Ninja to talk, apparently. He's having technical difficulties.
Oh.
Now, if we can get an Uno tournament, I'm killing everybody.
Oh man, an Uno tournament would get ruthless around here. Only thing I want to know is, are we stacking draw twos?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. It gets brutal, man. That's ruthless.
Because we just had a game night over my family's house, and I killed everybody.
Yeah,
man.
I want to do. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we'll have to see what we can find for Uno. Because even if it's just something small where we can have only so many players, that'd be all right too, right?
I want to do a war tournament, and I want Go Fish.
Oh, come
Go
on.
Fish, yeah.
Fish. Jeez.
Nothing wrong with that, Scrum.
Hey, it's a game of bluffing.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
War.
I like it. I
I
still
want
love
to
card
do
games.
war. I like war. War was a fun.
Good God, yo. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Man.
Say it again, yeah.
Sorry, Pinball. For some reason, Twitter does not want you. You're being rejected.
Being rejected, man. Have him jump on Scruffy's.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Have him jump on Scruffy. You know another game that I watched. I see that Sheridan's in here. He does Twitter. He was doing Twitch, and I think he still does it. But he does virtual reality just to watch. I mean, I can't do it, and I'm sure a lot of people around here can't do it. But it's fun to watch him play golf. We could do a golf tournament too. They have online golf, putt golf or something like that, like the one that
we got the new
does.
PGA Tour. New PGA Tours coming out soon. Anybody that wants to have that online play, I am all over it.
Jeez, man, I don't have any. I don't know. I'm too old to game. I don't even have any technology over here.
Guys.
What do I put that on?
Guys. Listen.
There he
We're
goes.
talking about fun, quick games that we can all get in on and be done with in a couple of hours. If you do a golf tournament, everybody who's watching is going to fall asleep. Sorry, not a big golf fan.
Agree to disagree.
I disagree. I mean, I enjoy it. It's basically for the people who want to play to join, not all for who's going to watch. The watching is a benefit, but it's to get people involved. And I
agree with Ninja.
I've never swore so much in a game because I used to play Tiger Woods golf all the time, and that was a frustrating game, especially when you turn the wind up to 70 miles an hour. That was always fun.
Well, I think I think that if we like you guys are talking about, doing a rotation of different games is a great idea, because everybody is going to think one is great and another one is boring. That's the beauty of games,
Right.
is that there's something for everyone.
Absolutely.
And I think it's important that we have a large cornucopia of games, if you will.
I see what you did there.
We see what you did there, man. You snuck that in. You snuck
Hey,
it in, man.
it
That was
would
great.
not be a Twitter space unless Scruffy threw at least one dad joke in there.
Oh boy. I guess it wouldn't, would it? That's a good one, though. You had me cracking up last week. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's what we're getting to the point now where we're going round robin on everybody, and it's like, we want to have games, and not everybody can play every game, and that's going to be fine, and we're going to have to do that. And we're going to have to say, listen, we're playing this game on PlayStation, or we're playing this game on a browser, or we're doing it some other way. And if you can join, that'd be great. And if you can't, we'll catch you on the next game that we'll be doing, or something like that. And if we have a lot of people doing games, there could be freaking 5, 7, 10 games a week if we're not careful. I mean, people could choose. You can just start up a game at any time. If we have a game channel over at Cornucopias, I wish there was some Cornucopias people in here right now. Is there anybody in here? Is Matt in here? Anybody? I don't think so. But maybe they'll listen to this recording.
Got Notabot.
Notabot. Yeah, Notabot has some connections. He has some connections.
Notabot's always here. Thanks for your support, man.
Yeah, man. But
and Al Knight.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in here today, and we got Don Dons in here today. That's good. So let's see if we can get Cornucopias to give us some kind of channels over there that we can have control over. I guess.
By the way, they do have a game room channel that is open to everyone. It is not exclusive in any means. Anybody can hop in there, and it is a voice channel. So I have found it good to utilize that. Sometimes people are in the chat and they'll just see, hey, wait a minute, there's 5 or 6 people in the game channel, and they'll pop in just to see what's going on. And then they're like, okay, I'm downloading the game right now. So I think that's a great idea to put it in the Corn server.
Yeah, the thing with that game channel, I think a lot of this will take a certain amount of prep, so we will need a text channel as well, so we can create stuff.
Yeah, I think
Agree.
I think that'd be great. Plus Discord has some games, right? Discord has a few games. I mean, you've played them, right?
They do. There's about 8 of them. They're fun for a little bit. We did one game night where we kind of cycled through them to kind of test them out, and definitely had some fun with them. They're certainly not AAA games, but there's some stuff in there you can do.
Right. Well,
I'm lukewarm on it.
Well, that's good. That's good. It doesn't have to be. We're just trying to get people together from other guilds and give them big hugs and say, hey, listen, we're all here and we're all waiting for Cornucopias. So let's do something. Let's do something. I think
I think it'd be great to do some voice like role play games as well, like just create a virtual table and do some Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. A lot of our community are tabletop role players.
Yes, sir.
And that's a very, very engaging activity when you've got a load of people running around dungeons and rolling dice. That'd be fun.
I wonder how we would do that. We'd have to find someone, maybe someone from Europe who can help us with that one, because we have somebody that plays D&D all the time, so maybe they can help us structure that.
Yeah. So there's virtual tabletops that you could stream really easily in Discord. The thing that we need is you just need somebody who's an experienced dungeon master to corral a group of people together. And yeah, I think virtual D&D is great fun. I've done it for years.
By the way, I just did a search the other day on blockchain RPG games, and I know there's some new ones coming out. And you talk about D&D, there's I'll try to find the link to it and get it to you, Moody. But there's one that's blockchain based, and it is specifically set up to be a virtual version of D&D. I think it's exactly what you're looking for, and it's in the space we're looking for, and things like that. My second point, real quick, is that team games also. I had a blast when we were playing Fall Guys, especially on the ones that were like soccer or, actually the other one I liked was volleyball. It wasn't team based necessarily, but I think if we can find some games to where we can create teams, we can have a little more mafia, guild versus guild. We can mix up the guilds and really help that team building exercise that moving forward. I know I'm not a big soccer fan, but I know there are lots of soccer fans out here. And so even though it's not my cup of tea, I would certainly absolutely give that a shot. I would play, I would host, I would do all that stuff just for the kind of team aspect.
Yeah, I agree. That would be a lot of fun. Team games for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think of some other good team games, actually.
I haven't played
Besides
Rocket
sports.
League. I heard that's pretty fun. Is that it? That's a team game, but that's not. I don't know how many cards you can have at one time, but I can't run it anyways because my computer's tiny. I have a little tiny computer. It's not made for that stuff. I'm trying.
Yeah, I haven't actually played Rocket League. It looks like a game I've played before where you were like individual cars versus other cars driving around blasting each other.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that's kind of what we'll be able to do in the custom domes one day, because I love that kind of racing in like battle mode.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ninja's trying to get up. I've sent him 2 invites. He
Dogmatic tried to come up too, and it wouldn't let him up. So I don't know. Can you try to send him a direct invite as a host? Maybe it's me.
Is it you? I tried to send Ninja one.
I could be the problem. I don't know.
He can't come up either. He says he accepted the button, still not registering. Sadly, so I don't know. It must be Twitter, because I don't have anything.
Yeah, Twitter's drugging him.
I don't have anything set or any type of settings on this thing. So, and I had moved down Eric because he was busy, but he couldn't come up either. Let me see if Dogmatic can come up. Let me see. Invite to speak. I invited you to speak, dog. I don't know. Maybe Twitter's something's going
It's
on.
the Twitter machine. Been happening all week. Yeah, dang it, Dogmatic.
Well, it was like one of the first Twitter Spaces we tried to have. I couldn't even launch it. It wouldn't even launch. So I had to start a new space, and I think it was our first or second space. I couldn't even get.
I think it was the second one. Yeah.
Couldn't even get it going. So sorry, guys. I guess you're stuck listening to us for a while. We don't get to hear your ideas. Yeah. Well, Mick, can you guys put them in a chat? Is there a chat? There is a chat, right? Is there a chat? Yeah. Yeah. So you can put it in. Yeah, I think there's a chat down there. You guys can put stuff in, right? Well, either that, or you can send it to me directly, or you can put it into either Moody's channel or Cornucopia's general. I'm right here. You can either DM me or put it right into the general chat, and I'll read it off for you guys if you have any suggestions. I know there's a couple board. What about board games? Is there an online Monopoly game that you can just log into?
Oh, geez.
Man, I should have done more research for this, man. I should have done more research, but I had to do this space because I wanted to get ideas, and the ideas are flowing now. There are. I want to get a trusted site though, because some of these sites probably look a little sketchy. Play Monopoly here and download this virus for me. let's see. I know they got them in an app. They got it on an app. Play Monopoly Classic board game. So when I look at apps, I don't know if they're cross-platform. I don't know if I play on one app and you guys. But we could obviously check, because there's a lot of board games. There's Monopoly. There's Life. I don't know.
I like Life way better than Monopoly. Monopoly's broken. That game is, you either wreck everybody and nobody else has any fun, or you get wrecked and you didn't have any fun. It's preposterous. Or nobody trades and nobody has any fun. It's very hard to have fun with Monopoly after like the first 20 minutes.
I just think you're not good at the game and you never had any fun playing it as a child, because I love Monopoly. What do
you love Monopoly? Let's hear from the rest of the crowd. Does everybody else think Monopoly is busted like I do?
It's fun. It's a fun game. What are you gonna say?
Who finishes Monopoly?
I finish it. Come on now. It can't be all bad. Stein likes it.
All right. I'm willing to accept that I'm the minority here. I guess I'm surprised.
I haven't played Monopoly since I was a young, thriving wannabe
and
real estate
I'm sure that really replaced Stump well. I'm sure Stump was really boring, and then Monopoly seemed really fun after that.
Climbing trees was fun until you fall, and then they get more fun. Where is my Twitter space? There it is. I almost knocked out. Let me see if I can invite Pinball up again. I'll try. I don't know. Is there some settings? No, there's no settings.
He tried to request again and got rejected. I don't know.
Yeah,
What's the deal?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry, Pinball. Yeah, Scruffy's still up here, right? Yeah, Scruff's still up here. So I think Scruffy should share his phone. But that's just me. That's just me, man.
Oh, with Pinball?
You think I should do what now?
Share your phone.
Okay, but just a minute. Give me a minute.
All right. I think we caught him in the bathroom. Poor Scruff. Sorry, Scruff.
I did. I had to
Jesus.
I had to have a little wee wee.
Oh boy.
Good Lord, man. I've been drinking water like crazy.
Yeah, we don't need to hear that.
Well, I tried to walk around it, but no, you gotta keep going. All right, Ninja, you are on. What did you have to say, my friend?
I kind of gave up on it, to be honest.
Oh, jeez, man.
No. I always have something to say. I mean, is Moody still in here?
Yeah, Moody's still in here.
How you doing, buddy?
Good afternoon. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing fantastic, and I would love to play some inter-guild games, especially if there's any kind of one-on-one stuff, just friendly kind of. We've had conversations. I'd like to play a little bit, maybe kick your butt. I don't know. Just see how it goes.
What are you guys going to arm wrestle?
All right, the trash talking portion of this Twitter space comes to an end. I did kind of put him on the spot. Like I said, I walked in the room and I just went, all right, here you go. So that's fair. If he's got a point, I'll let him raise his hand and he can come back in. I'm currently looking for that RPG game that's kind of. I've had multiple people contact me wanting to know about the Dungeons and Dragons type style table game metaverse crypto project. So I'm just in the background looking for that.
I'd like to play Dungeons and Dragons. I used to play that. It was really, really interesting because, I was trying to get the ladies. So I figured if I learn how to play D&D, the ladies like Dungeons and Dragons. Twitter is broken for lots of people. It has been keeping people from speaking. This is what Dogmatic just wrote. Dogmatic psych.
I'm trying to censor the people, man. That's messed up.
Yep.
Well, Stein, first of all, you're talking about D&D.
Yeah, man.
I would like to throw Vampire the Masquerade into the ring, as it has its own game that can be played. But second of all, to your comment about learning how to play D&D, sir, you would fit right in. It is a fun game, And Dungeon Master's been doing it for 50 years.
Nice. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, man. I used to love that game. It was great. It was great. I was a half elf thief, something like that.
Does anybody remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that used to be on? Right. Yeah, I loved that thing with the little unicorn, and one guy had a magical bow, and another guy was a wizard. And I love the fact that they entered this alternate universe through a roller coaster ride or something like that. But I hadn't thought about that in a minute.
Since last week when you watched it. Oh my God, Scruff is giving out too much information.
Are you watching my Netflix subscription?
I am.
Have you hacked it?
No, we were sharing it. We share it. We have a Guild Netflix account. One password. They stopped us. Everybody has to pay now. Wouldn't that be something? One Guild Netflix account. How come this Netflix account has 75 users on it? They got a pretty big family, I guess. Yeah. Corn Mafia family. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Since we can't have any speakers up, it's putting me and Fryler and Moody and Scruffy to the test today. We got to fill this airspace, or we're going to have to.
Man, I'm secretly kind of loving it over here since it was your topic today. Now I can be like, all right, it's not just when I pick topics.
Well, I can start
now,
all over again, man.
One, I'm going to be like, what are you going to talk about for an hour and a half, Stein?
I've got another suggestion.
Yeah, man.
I've got a suggestion. So, I mean, I know the internet makes pub quizzes very, very boring because people cheat. But in the interest of a game we could play without having a platform, we could just do a Discord-based pub quiz or coffee quiz or something like that.
Yeah, I won't pull up Chappy.
Have you been infiltrating our server?
Mm-hmm.
We've actually, this is a little bit of a leak that I will throw out there. I'm not going to throw any extra information.
Throw it out there.
We do have a trivia night coming up sometime in the near future, and there will be some prizes. I'll just say that.
So things like that,
right?
could be
Cornucopia space, right?
It will be cornucopias and mafia-based questions.
Mm.
So maybe as an open guild thing, we could look at doing some events where, because a lot of people in the world won't have access to super duper computers and platforms, regardless how limited it is. And I think there must be other games. I mean, we could all get on webcams and do charades. That would be quite interesting. But it'd be good to have variations of just like talking-y type of games.
I think so. Well, that's why I'm thinking, Dungeons and Dragons would be pretty cool. But I think if we have a multi-guild cornucopias trivia night, that would be pretty cool too. Something that
that'd be sweet.
Wasn't just mafia based. And I think we can get Scruffy to run that, can't we, Scruff? Was somebody in the guild?
I will actually be the master of ceremonies, or host, if you will, of the inaugural.
Inaugural?
Of the inaugural. Well, we actually, believe it or not, maybe it was somewhere between 9 months and a year ago, we had a trivia night. I can't remember. In fact, I believe our host was in here earlier, but it looks like he's gone. Anyway, we're thinking of making this kind of an ongoing thing. I'll host the first one. I wasn't able to quite commit to hosting all of them. But I think there's going to be a rotation of hosts. I've mentioned, hey, we've got, plenty of other content creators and other people that are good at, public speaking. So Fryler, Stein, don't be surprised if you guys get tasked with this in the future. But we're just going to do a little one here after a bit and see how it goes, and then possibly do some more in the future. So
I think cornucopias based trivia night would be good, because then you can't use stuff like ChatGPT or OpenAI, things that are not connected to what we're doing.
Right. Well, if it's anything like, go for it, Scruffy.
No, you go.
I was going to say, if it's anything like other Discord quiz type events that I've been in before, I mean, there's so many people that know the answers to these questions that you're not going to have time to Google or chat GPT probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell you this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
There are some very difficult questions and there are some very easy questions in there. Now, I do also know that they just came out with ChatGPT 4. I haven't read on it yet. I know ChatGPT 3 was limited to anything before, I think, prior to 2022. I don't know about ChatGPT 4, but yes, I do expect some people to be scrambling to the Cornucopia's website, to the Copy Wiki, looking for answers to some of these.
Well, that's
definitely.
Some of them are also might be based on Copy episodes or things that people have mentioned, announcements in the guild. So it's honestly, the questions I believe are a good crosshatch of information across all different platforms. So you're going to have to know your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think using something like, if you have questions that are worded correctly, even finding the answers, if you word them in a specific way, some questions that have to do with stuff that's in the Copy Wiki, if you word it a certain way, it may even make it harder for people to find, or if you take a situation from the Copy Wiki and put it into a different situation, it'll be impossible to find, or into a question. If you know what I mean, because they won't have the answer there. It's like adding two questions or two answers together to come out with a question. If I don't know if I said that right. Who knows what I'm saying? I don't know. I've been eating these magical gums I got here. I don't know.
Might have some other properties in them, huh?
It's making me crazy, man. It's making
all
me crazy.
sugar, yeah.
It's all sugar. I don't eat sugar. It's making me crazy.
I was going to say with the GPT-4 real quick, I haven't used it yet either, but I had read that it was a bigger step forward than GP3T was, and you can input images and a lot of stuff now. So I'm definitely interested to try that out. I want to get to Moody in a second, but one other game that I thought of, and I'm really excited for the trivia nights. I'm definitely looking forward to those because I think that's a lot of fun and then helps educate the community too. So it's like two birds with one stone. But before I forget about it again, Clash of Clans. Does anybody play Clash of Clans? We could get a guild clan going. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's awful slow and boring, right? You do one thing and then you got to wait 5 hours?
People enjoy the game. Again, it's different strokes for different folks, but you do other things. You do clan battles and stuff, So you're a clan versus another clan, and it's very competitive, and there's a lot of tact and skill and planning that goes into attacking and things like that.
Yeah, for me personally, I've played some of those in the past, and I like them very much. But regarding leading up to this, I just don't have the bandwidth to get into one like that requires so much investment in time. I'm looking for more of a pick up, put down kind of a game that I can, do for, a few nights here and there or something like that. Like I said, coming up pretty soon, we're going to have real cornucopias racing and things like that. And I'm going to be so into that. I've actually passed up several different games that buddies have put out to me lately because I'm going to get sucked into that. And then right about the time I'm fully invested in that one, Cornucopias is going to start coming out with racing and testing of the main game and all these things. And so I keep having to turn down things like that. I'll definitely be a watcher if you play that. Oh my gosh. There's so many games out there.
You make so many valid points. Honestly, I quit playing the game for the most part too. And I joined, you guys probably know Big Pay from Twitter. He had a Clash of Clans group that he put out. And so I joined that and I played again for a week and then I freaking fell off again. It takes too much time, like you said.
Well, this whole Twitter space was just to discuss games and things we can do before Cornucopia starts. Because once Cornucopia starts, then that's going to be our game. This is just to keep up morale and to meet new friends and because I didn't know anybody from the Knights, but I talked to Moody, I talked to Empire, so it's good to just meet new people from other guilds and talk. We don't talk about guild things. We just talk about things. So it's very good to get to know people, and that's what we're talking about. Just boosting morale. Go ahead, Moody.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to put a little bit of a spanner in the works. So we're talking about gaming, online gaming, and stuff like that. I'm sure there's a lot of us who have high intentions to go to CNFTCon in September, October. How about a guild paintball competition, or for those who aren't as trusting in their legs running around being shot by paintballs, bowling or a pool competition. I think we should, if there is a good contingent going to CFTNCon, it'd be great just to do something fun like that.
I think
that's a good idea. I'm planning on going, so.
Yeah.
I am definitely down for a bowling tournament. If anybody would like to do that. I'm all over that.
Yeah, they got some good bowling.
I'm in for bowling.
They got some good bowling.
Yeah, they do.
I'm terrible at bowling.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a different Twitter space. What the guilds can get up to in Vegas for a weekend.
Oh boy, I can give you guys some suggestions. I lived out there. Let's see, if you go off Boulder. No, I'm just kidding. Oh boy, yeah, that would be a good space right before CNFTCon. Get everybody together and talk. But you guys are going to meet each other there, so instead of going out and having dinner one night, you could probably think of something else to do.
We could all hop in the pool.
Do both.
We could all hop in the pool and have an underwater basket weaving contest.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. Oh, that would be great. How about knitting sweaters with wet yarn? Oh, that would be great too.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give everybody a snorkel. Oh boy, we're 17 minutes from the end of this. Can we stretch it out, or should we end it now, Filer? What are you thinking?
What? No, keep going with the snorkel thing. I liked it.
All right. Well, we can. Oh my
Best
God.
popsicle stick
I don't
log cabin.
want to start losing people in the Twitter space because everybody like these guys are a bunch of idiots. What the hell are they talking about? Knitting sweaters underwater? I don't get it.
I don't think that's coming as a surprise to anybody at this point. These guys all know us.
Yeah, well, I wish we could
totally know.
Yeah, let's try to let's see if we can invite somebody else up. Let's see if we can do it. Who wants to see if they can come up? Well, we're gonna see if we can invite somebody up.
We're going fishing, folks.
Somebody raise their hand, and I'll see if I can invite you up. And if we can't, then we know it's still broken. I can't even see him.
I totally know who is our ringer for the reading and or talking competition.
Scruffy.
No, you.
Me? I can't even read. I got a 9th grade education. All right, let's invite Ninja up to speak. Speak.
He just did.
I know,
but
I'm trying it on his app. See if he can come up because he's right there with you and he knows what we're trying to do.
He is saying that it does not work. Twitter is broken.
What about Empire? Can we bring Empire up? Does Empire want to speak? I don't even think anybody's still here.
Empire has a lovely voice. If you guys have not checked out her new podcast,
yes.
I believe she dropped episode number 2 the other day, and it is very, very pleasing.
Yes, it's a.
Her and Oz work together on those.
I'll try and pin it to this space. They're so good. It's and when I gave some feedback, she's got such a soothing, calm voice. It is just really, really, really good space. So I'm going to try and pin it to this chat so everyone can follow and listen if I can.
I want to pay Empire to read me some of the classics on like an audiobook type deal, and I can just listen to them as I drift off to sleep every night.
Yeah. Pay her to record War and Peace. I heard that's a good read. If you like Russian.
Yeah. If she's got, in the original Russian, exactly. If she's got a year and a half to kill, I'm sure she could do that. No problem.
I think it'd probably take her longer than that to read that book. God. Oh my goodness. Let me see if we can bring Eric. I'm going to try to bring you back up. And
You got her.
Okay.
On.
Let me see. Did she make it?
We'll see. I really love the premise of the new Empire Espresso too. The name was really good, and then also just recapping the Kopi cafes I think was brilliant.
Look at that.
Looks like we got her too.
Yeah, maybe Twitter's.
Well, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. How are you today?
I have a little bit throat issues and a little bit sick, but but I'm still alive. So.
Do you eat your vegetables, Empire? You're always sick.
I'm always sick. Yeah, that's right.
Come on.
Actually, yeah.
It must be cold in Norway.
How much do they get? A lot of vegetables in Norway in the winter? I don't know.
Probably not a lot of fresh produce.
Probably not. We don't get it.
Well, everything is imported, so yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, I was saying back in Alaska, you can never get good fruit.
It snowed out. We had a big storm last night, and we don't even have any power. I'm running off my house generator right now. So.
Oh, man.
Welcome to spring. Go ahead, Empire. Do you have any game suggestions?
Game suggestions? You mean like between the guilds?
Yeah.
Well, let me think. I do think that the poker game really works very nicely. So I think we're good at that.
That is very fun. That is fun, and I know that Scruffy and I will between the Knights and the Mafia. Scruffy and I are doing ours here, and you guys are doing yours there. We're going to run a test just for the Mafia soon, so we're going to open that up, aren't we, Scruff? Scruffy.
So for those who haven't heard Empire Espresso, I've just pinned it to this Twitter space. So please go and have a good listen to Empire's summary of Kopi Cafe.
Thank you, Moody.
And just to answer Stein's question, yes, the test we're just kind of doing internally for the Mafia, but the actual tournament is open to everyone. We're going to invite the Knights, we're going to invite the team, we're going to invite, essentially anybody wants to come play is open.
Yeah.
So watch the announcements.
Yes, watch the announcements. Yeah. So that should be fun. That should be fun, and. I don't know what kind of prizes we have. The problem with the prizes is it usually comes out of someone's pocket, some individual. We're doing our prize came from one of our Mafia guild members. It's just a little bobblehead, but it's something.
Well, just FYI, for the actual poker tournament, we will have some limited whitelist spots for another project. So, as well as some other prizes, but, and in fact, one VIP pass to said project.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good. I think the prizes are pretty interesting. I think just winning them is fun because, the prizes are a benefit. It gives you something to go for, but the bragging rights are always pretty good too. We got to give a little trophy.
Yeah, I would say bragging rights will definitely be there.
We need a little trophies or something that we can brag about.
That'd be cool. Make a NFT trophy for each poker tournament.
Oh boy, that would probably be cheap. How much is it to mint one NFT? I don't even know.
It's not expensive. I know there's several platforms you can do it on. I know you can even do a single NFT through JPEG Store. I haven't looked into the price, but I know that when we went to CNFT Con, one of our fellow brethren that was there took a picture that of all of us sitting around the table and turned it into an NFT and sent it all to us. So, Stein, I think that's definitely something that you and I should talk about and look into.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I know somebody who can probably design it, and you know, that'd be pretty cool. We have a pretty good design team on our, you know, Ada Lego's been doing stuff, and
Yeah, I was going to say Ada Lego's done a great job on our token.
yeah. So yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, that new token looks really slick.
yeah.
I'm joking. It's Stein helped us get the artwork sorted for that, and Stein has done some great work on the NFTs. I was just giving him some crap right there.
Oh, jeez, it's hard for me to take this much abuse on Twitter. I can't take it. Oh my God. Well,
That's what happens when you open it up to public discussion, baby.
that's right, man. That's right. And whatever you say here, man, it doesn't go anywhere except on YouTube. It's going to go on YouTube this week because I didn't press record, and you can't press it after you start for some reason. I can't find a thing for it. I think you have to set that pre-stream, whatever, pre-space, a pre-roll. That's what we're doing in the Mafia. We're doing a pre-roll. We were going to.
I love the idea. I love the idea of having NFTs for creating our own NFTs for prizes. I think that's a really, really good idea. It's a couple of ADA. We can then run competitions in our own guilds to like design trophies and stuff like that. And then I think that's a really, really good idea.
I don't think they'll be worth much in the long run, but they're awful fun to have, especially if you win.
Yeah, it'll be sentimental and bragging rights.
Yeah.
You'll be like, hey, I won the first ever. Here's my trophy.
And you could even set it as your PFP picture to do some big time peacocking.
Flexing on them.
Yeah.
Flex it out, man. Well, you know, it'd be good to, if you get that NFT, then, you know, then you can actually have, at the end of the year, you could have whoever holds that NFT can, be whitelisted into the just a tournament of champions.
Yeah.
Per se.
Yeah, that is a great idea. I love that.
You know, maybe we can put that into the meta or data of that or something like that. I don't know. And
I love the idea.
You know,
I love the idea as well. Although I worry that if I'm able to win a tournament, that I will be too busy at the end of the year playing the actual Cornucopias game to enter a tournament of champions. But I'll tell you what, for you, Stein, I'll make time.
I think you could find time in your busy day. Right?
Do you want to just make your speech for winning the whole tournament now, Scruffy, or you want to wait till you win?
You want to go ahead and put that out there right now? You get your speech written?
Thank your mom. I mean, she's here watching. You might as well.
Yeah.
No. It's okay. It's already written. It's in the other room. I'm just waiting to actually say it in public until the end of the year. But no,
my God.
I honestly, I see that when the game itself comes out, I may be pulling 12, 16, 18-hour days just playing Cornucopias.
Yeah. Well,
no, I'm just saying.
Well, you could take a day off, man. You know, and enjoy reap the rewards of your riches. Tournament? Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's just something.
We'll see if I qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if I qualify.
Well, you know.
But I like it. Great ideas all around, everybody. That's the one thing I love about these spaces is sometimes the genesis of these ideas lead to just phenomenal advancements as far as the guilds go. So I love this collaboration. Again, I want to thank Freiler and Stein for being so consistent over the past few weeks. That's what it takes to make these spaces go, is somebody being there at the same time every week, coming up with new ideas. Trust me, I understand. I know it's not easy as a content creator. And so, you know, everybody, if you can, round of applause for these guys. I'll kick it off. But yeah, well done.
I appreciate that. That's really nice of you to say. You know, sometimes we have good ideas, and sometimes we don't. I believe.
And sometimes you talk about fruits and vegetables in Norwegian countries.
Yes. Well, we
or basket weaving, for God's sake.
Oh,
Come on.
my God. Basket weaving. Let me see. We had, I think we got this, we had this came, we were thinking about stuff, and I was looking at our Twitter Spaces ideas because we take them down, and when I was looking at them, and we had one from Empire. What guilds, what makes them different, and what makes them different in their agenda. And then I was thinking multi-guilds, and then we have another one, gaming guild structures and all this stuff. And we just kind of put it together. Well, why don't we just talk about having fun and doing games? Because sometimes Fryler and I just don't know what we're going to talk about. We just sit there on VCs and just be like, what do you want to do? I don't know. And then we start looking and we figure something out. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, man. But that's how it is. We got 4 minutes
sometimes
left.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I am a nut. I am definitely a nut. So we got 4 minutes and 46 seconds left. So I don't know if anybody wants to say anything before we go.
Real quick, I also want to just thank all you guest speakers as well, because it is tough to keep coming here and doing these spaces, but it's also hard for you guys to always make the time to come to the spaces and to make them better too. If it wasn't for you guys coming up and speaking with us, it would just be me and Stein arguing for an hour and a half. So
we don't
thank
argue,
you guys
we don't argue. Yeah, but everybody, I want to thank everybody too, that comes up. We get Scruffy every week and we get Moody, which is really good. It's always nice to have somebody in other guilds to come in and join our space. And Moody has never refused, and I DM him every week, and he's always obliged to come in and talk, which is awesome. So.
I love it, guy. I think you do an amazing job, and like Scruffy said, you're so consistent, and the topics that you both got the character and to provoke conversation anyway. So I think you're doing a great job, and you should pat yourselves on the back.
I just wanted to say that next week's Twitter Space is going to be Fryler and Stein, how they are so awesome. And that's going to be next week's Twitter Space. I hope we can get more than one person joining us.
But, I expect some heartfelt speeches, you guys. Come on.
Oh boy. Well, we should have a roast. We should have a Stein and Fryler roast, and people can bust our balls for an hour and a half.
I'd be way more down for something like that. That would be fun.
Boy,
I am already writing jokes, gentlemen.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I could take it. But Fryler, if you want to say anything before we go, we got 52 seconds.
No. Thank you so much, Stein. It's a pleasure being up here with you every week. Thank you so much for inviting me to co-host with you and for letting me help represent the Corn Mafia. And thank you so much, everyone, for showing up.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank you and everybody for showing up. And, it does take a lot of time, and it takes time out of your day. But I think it's worth it. I think we're gaining some new friends and coming up with some new ideas. And sometimes we don't come up with anything, but that's what the space is for. Just a bunch of people to talk and enjoy each other's company. And I hope everybody else loves the space as much as we do. So I am going to put our awesome outro from our boy Seven.
Send us away, Seven.
This has been a Corn Mafia Guild Twitter Space with your hosts, Stein and Fryler. Please join us every Wednesday at the same time, 5 p.m. UTC. We would like to thank all of our guests for their insights and input on today's topics. We also would like to thank all of you, our listeners, for taking time out from your busy day to join us. A full audio version of this conversation will be provided on our YouTube channel. You can find out more about the Corn Mafia Guild at our website, cornmafiaguild.io. So, until next week, thank you again, and have a great day.